Thanks for checking out this haul video. So, as you guessed, I would be doing another haul video, and of course it is Vinegar Syndrome. So I have 6 movies here to go over that I'm pretty excited about, plus a slipcover that I got with some of my Media Club points, and that corresponds with a movie I actually got at the same time. So, pretty excited to go over these. Again, these aren't all horror. I leave the horror till the end. Half of them are horror. The other half still look like fun, but let's get into this one. So the first movie is the biggest, most exciting looking packaging, and that is Righting Wrongs. So like I said in my last video, and this was also part of my halfway to Black Friday sale purchase, I had watched Undefeatable with Cynthia Rothrock, so I bought Sworn to Justice, which I already went over, and now Righting Wrongs, because I figured just go all the way, because, yeah, her stuff's good. So there's the front of Righting Wrongs. There's the back. Looks kind of fun. This is one of the ones that has the booklet inside. And then it's got, you know, things written about Cynthia Rothrock and the movie. You know, that fun stuff. Put that back in. Then the actual movie itself has... This is the front slipcover. This is the back. They really packed that in there. There's a lot of stuff there going on there. And then the inside looks like the main cover. The case, the hard case thing. And we got a few discs in this baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so looking good. So let's read about this one. Martial arts legend Yun Bao stars as Ha Ling Ching, a respected prosecutor who has always followed the rule of law, but has recently found himself frustrated by the ineffectiveness of the court system. Ha is pushed over the edge by the murder of a key witness in a trial along with the witness's entire family. Fed up with the court's inability to punish the guilty and protect the innocent, Ha decides to take the law into his own hands and eliminate those responsible for the murders. Soon, Ha's actions catch the interest of CID Senior Inspector Cindy C., played by Cynthia Rothrock, and her slovenly new partner known as Stink Egg. Okay, I'm in. While trying to stop Ha, Cindy uncovers who is really behind the recent murders, and the two must put aside their differences in order to take down the criminal organization before they go unpunished. It seems like a very common theme with these martial arts films about saying something about like justice not actually being served, so they have to do it themselves type thing. I find that kind of funny, but sounds like a lot of fun. I'm excited to get into this one. All right, so the next one, I'll show you the slipcover that I got with my media points first, and that is for Red Mob. Now this one's interesting because a lot of their slipcovers, they have, you know, artwork on the front, and then the back they have another piece of artwork. But with this one, it's just the description. And then I got Red Mob, obviously. So there's that. And there's the back. And on the inside, ba-boom. And does this look familiar? Yes, it's the slipcover. So, cool times. Gonna read about this one. Russia, 1992. The Soviet Union has fallen, but there remains an unholy alliance between the mob and the KGB. Oleg, an Afghan war veteran, is running a survivalist summer camp when his son is taken hostage as retribution for his his friends' refusal to lead a drug and gun smuggling caravan. With no other options to save his son, Oleg agrees to lead the caravan himself and is soon pitted against a siege of violence as he attempts to carry out his orders and live to see his son again. Dun dun dun. Very high stakes in this one. Seems like a lot of fun. I'm into it. Can't wait to get into that one. Obviously, those first two I won't be reviewing because I'm really only reviewing horror films. Now, this next one I think may have a horror element to it, but I don't think I'm going to review it because I don't think it's all horror. And that is Flesh and Fantasy. This one really caught my eye because I saw, if you can see it, looks pretty cool. I saw the trailer for it and how crisp this looks for an old movie. I think it's from 1941, I want to say. It's an old film, but it looks so good. You know, Vinegar Syndrome does a wonderful job restoring movies, and it just looks awesome. So, yeah, and it was very intriguing to me, the kind of the storyline you get an idea of in there, in the trailer. I think it's actually an anthology, but here's what's on the inside. Flesh and Fantasy. Looks very like typical old school. And then on the inside, show you that, and then the other artwork is literally just this. So I won't show you that one, but let's read about Flesh and Fantasy. A trilogy of tales of love and death. First, a drowning during Mardi Gras leads to a bitter woman's masked reckoning. Next, an upstanding citizen is driven to madness and murder by a palm reader's prophecy. Finally, a circus tightrope walker is haunted by dreams of a mysterious woman and his own death. Actually, that sounds like maybe I can review it, because it is sounding very horror-like. Yeah, so this one seems pretty good. Oh, there's someone who was in Double Indemnity in this. I've seen Double Indemnity. I really did like that movie. Pretty cool. So yeah, really excited about this one. Like I said, it looks really cool. Let me know in the comments if you want me to review it. I may or may not review it, but it always helps if I have multiple people saying, oh yeah, I'd really, really like to see you review that one, because, you know, then I know some people are willing to watch the review when I put it up. So now let's get into the actual horror titles. The home stretch here, the last three. This one's been on my list for a while to get, and that is Dear Dead Delilah. Unfortunately, this one and the other two that I have to go over, no slip covers for these. But Dear Dead Delilah, not a huge fan of the artwork, but, you know. And then the back, I'll read that stuff to you. And then on the inside, there's the discs. Whoop. This one's fun. This one's real fun. And then, show you the alternate. If I can get this disc out of here. Oh, it's that. It's pretty fun. Pretty interesting. Very weird, though. It's like eyes as nipples. How about that? All right, so Dear Dead Delilah. Back in 1943, Luddy viciously murdered her mother with an axe. 30 years later, and freshly released from the state mental hospital, deemed cured of her violent impulses, Luddy's luck seems to be turning around thanks to a chance encounter with the family of Delilah, the miserly matriarch of a large plantation estate. She quickly finds herself hired as Delilah's housekeeper, but no sooner than her arrival at the cavernous and secluded mansion, grisly murders begin to take place, and worse, each time a new corpse is discovered, Luddy finds she is unable to recall her whereabouts at the time of the bloodshed. Could her old self be coming out, or is someone else trying to set her up for more sinister motives? Yes, this definitely sounds like one of those movies where it's like questioning the perspective of the movie, the narrative. Seems like fun. I watched the trailer for this one ahead of time. Seemed like one I would be interested in. So, Dear Dead Delilah. The next one is one I'm really excited about because the trailer made it look like it's a so bad it's good horror film. And if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know how I love so bad it's good horror films. And that one is Nightmare Weekend. I really hope at some point they have a reprint for a media club of their slipcover for this, because it's wild. It has like these very bright greens, and it's really cool. Look it up. It's very awesome. But I do think this is a cool cover. I do like that. And on the inside, and I'll pop this out. Dun, dun, dun. That's also fun. I like that one too. Kind of looks like Elvira. Very Elvira-ish. Okay, so let's read about Nightmare Weekend. A brilliant computer scientist has just finished work on his greatest creation, a supercomputer with the ability to transform the personalities of bad and disobedient people. How could that go wrong? In anticipation of sharing his work with the scientific community, the scientist invites a fellow expert to test the machine on a group of debauched young women. Little does he know that his colleague intends to use the computer to turn their subjects into bloodthirsty mutants. Doesn't that sound fun? Doesn't that sound ridiculous? And watch the trailer, because it looks like a so bad it's good. I'm very excited to watch this one. We'll definitely be doing a review. Also, Dear Dead Delilah at some point. Don't know when that's going to be, because I have a lot of movies, as you can see back here, to get through. So, yeah. And then we come to the last one, which is one of the 4Ks. And I could have ended up getting this when I was able to get a slipcover, but I just waited too long because I was kind of hemming and hawing on whether I wanted to get it or not. But then I was like, you know, I like it enough. I'll grab it. And that's From Beyond. Yeah, not The Beyond, From Beyond. H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond, done by Stuart Gordon with the help of Robert Usna involved with it, because those two like to work together all the time. You know, has Ken Foree in it, Barbara Crampton, Jeffrey Combs, so it's got to be a lot of fun. I do really like this artwork, and there's a lot of, like, these pink and blue colors in the movie, so I like that they use that color palette for the artwork. Nothing on the back to really show. On the inside, they do have multiple discs. Obviously, there's a movie on that, and then they have special features on both of these. And I already watched the special features, and there's some really good special features on there. One of them is a making of that's over an hour. I think it's close to like an hour and a half or something, maybe even longer than that. And it's a lot of fun, very interesting. Tells you how they did all like the oozy, goopy scenes in it, because there's a lot of slime in this movie, and some of my favorite talk in that making of features when they're talking about how they dealt with all that, and it actually went bad at one point. So just a lot of, you know, interesting stories about how the movie was made and how people interacted with each other while making the movie, all that type of stuff. So again, you know, as usual, Vinegar Syndrome puts on some great special features, so I'm a fan of that. So let me read to you about From Beyond. Dr. Edward Pretorius, an acclaimed physicist, has perfected his newest invention, the resonator, a machine which allows those near it to glimpse life not visible to the naked eye. Imagining the discoveries he could make, Pretorius begins to go mad, much to the concern of his young assistant, Crawford Tillinghast. That's one heck of a name. However, after the machine malfunctions during a highly sensitive experiment and Pretorius is found brutally murdered, Crawford is fingered as the primary suspect. Crawford, now confined to an asylum, becomes the ward of Dr. Catherine McMichaels, who takes a special interest in his tales of the strange creatures able to be seen while the machine is operating, and convinces him to help her rebuild the device, woefully unaware of the terrifying hidden world she is about to enter. It's a wild movie. It's all over the place. There's a good amount of, you know, sexual aspect to it if you're looking for that, but it's very weird, very interesting, fun time. So, From Beyond. So that's it. So this is where I want you to tell me, what are you most interested in out of what I got, but also what are you most interested in that you have recently gotten, not just from Vinegar Syndrome, but from anywhere. I do just like talking about what people are into. What are you watching? What's good, you know? Go ahead and put it in the comments. Also, do me a quick favor, hit subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Would greatly appreciate that. Also hit the notification bell button, because then you'll know when I'm putting up new videos, which I'm doing 3 a week at this point. Regardless, thanks for checking this video out. I really do appreciate your time. And until next time, keep it brutal.